Okay, so we dispersed by 6:15, and now the time is close to 6:50. The three teams have taken close to 40 minutes for their discussion and decision. And right now, Team Dakshin has got one more member. Rahul joined a little late, and so Team Dakshin has got Dakshin Siddharth, Rahul, and Mitra. And Team Sanjay Rehan has got Sanjay, Tarun, and Sai Sanjay. And Team Akshit has got Akshit, Janesh Lingam, and of course Sai Sanjay. Introduce yourself, where you are from, and what is your total occupation. I'm starting with Team Sanjay Rehan.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tarun. Today in this section, my teammates are myself, Sanjay Rehan, and Sai Saran. Today we are going to buy. Sir, I mean.
Explain what you have.
We are going to buy these countries.
Tarun is announcing the betting countries. So they have decided tomorrow.
Vancouver, Shanghai, New York, and Sydney.
Okay, give the last mic to Akshay, please. Sanjay, you want to speak?
Good evening.
So, be aware of the point that Team Sanjay Rehan has got 4 targets: Vancouver, Shanghai, New York, and Team Sanjay Rehan. Now, Akshit will introduce his team.
Good evening to all. I am Akshit myself. My teammates are Janesh Lingam and Sai Sanjay. So we are going to buy Rome and London.
Rome and
London.
Rome and London. Okay, right. Thank you. That's a nice introduction about your team. Pass on the mic to Mitra.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Okay, sir. So, warm greetings and all present here. Sir, country, occupation, everything, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So, we belong to a country named FDR. FDR. EBDIA. FDR.
சார் நாங்கள் ஒரு காலத்தில் பண்ணோம் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா சார் அதை திருப்பி நாங்கள் பண்ணலாம்
Nostalgia, sir. So we belong to a country named FDR, and our occupation is we have an institution, the biggest institution and the most prominent and famous institution of our country, that is named Innovative Technology. So it contains a chain of business. It's like a huge business. It has a lot of other businesses linked up to it, but it is the main head, that is the main branch of the whole country. And we three are the founders, and our team members are Mr. Rahul, Mr. Dakshin Siddharth, and Ms. Mitra. So we are the founders of Innovative Technology, and we have also planned how we are going to contribute to the society. So it is one of the criteria that sir had mentioned earlier. So how we are going to contribute to the society is we have founded, it is also a chain of our main business. So we have founded a new institution called the FDR Institute of Innovation. So where we recruit lot of people from underdeveloped countries, lot of low class people who are not that much educated and who are the breadwinners of their family and who do not earn much income. So we recruit all those people from various parts of the world, and we train them with the new manufacturing and new innovative techniques. So this is the modern tech era. So we have found lots of new innovative technologies and new innovative methods. So we are teaching them and training them on these new innovative technologies, so that in future in their own country they can implement those and promote their own country's initiative. Like for example, if we take our country India, If we take our country India, we have Skill India initiatives and Make in India initiatives. So like that, for this is a basic example. So when we train them on these new manufacturing techniques, they would be able to implement these in their own home countries. So the countries that we have chosen will be mentioned by that.
Good job, Mitra.
Thank you.
Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Dakshin. And today the cities that we have chosen are Montreal, New York, Toronto, London, Paris, Sydney and Hong Kong.
Montreal,
And another also.
bonus points.
Thank you, sir.
The countries we want are Montreal, New York, Toronto, London, Paris, Sydney and Hong Kong.
Almost everything from the board. Okay, right. So, all right.
No, these are our targets.
We have huge plans, sir.
Yes, sir.
Changing in a while. அப்படியா போனஸ், அதாவது இப்போ நீங்கள் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணீங்கல்ல அந்த ப்ரெசன்டேஷனுக்கு அப்ரிஷியேஷன் போனஸ் அதை வைங்க. போனஸ் என்னங்கிறத நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. சப்போஸ் நம்ம காயினை டிஸ்மேண்டில் பண்ணிட்டோம்னாலும் நாளைக்கு கிளாஸில் போனஸ் எவ்வளோன்னு தெரியணும். Right, let's come to the context. Now, let's go for the bidding now. Montreal, the most biggest, costliest deed on the board. Which are all the teams that are targeting Montreal? Only one. Okay, fine. Right. Dakshin, read your list one more time.
New York is sharp, yes.
New York.
They also want New York. We also.
Three countries which we have, which is competitive, sir.
Okay.
First one is New York with Sanjay Rehan's team. Second one is London with Akshit's team. Third one is Sydney with Sanjay Rehan's team.
But our main priority is New York.
New York. So New York is Sanjay Rehan's team has got New York.
So we also
Right. Akshit, you have got London, right? You have got London too. So
that's our second priority.
second priority. So in any case, you have these two teams having a tie-up and a target tie-up. Okay. So we will first of all go for the auction of New York. So the New York's actual deed price. 2.2 million is the open. All right, fasten the seat belts of your coins. We will ask Sanjay Rehan's team, how much is your coat? அதாவது 2.2 மில்லியன் அது ஒரிஜினலா அந்த கேஷ் அவங்க கொடுத்தாகணும். அதுக்கு மேலே நீங்கள் அப்படியே மேலே ஏற்றிட்டே போகலாம். 500K, 1 million, 200K, 300K ஏற்றிட்டு போகலாம். ஸோ 2.2 million ப்ளஸ் வாட்ஸ் யுவர் பிட்? 2.3. What is your bid?
2.2.
Would you like to change your mind and you also would like to participate in New York option? No. Smart choice. இவங்க வேண்டான்ட்டாங்க. 2.3 by Sanjay Rehan. 2.4. Okay. 5. 2.5.
2.6. 2.8.
2.8.
Actually, okay, 2.9.
2.9.
3.1. 3.3.
3.3. You should know when to stop. அது உங்க இஷ்டம் தான்.
Yes.
I'm just a bidder. 3.5 Sai Saran says.
Sir, 1 rupee ஏத்தலாம்.
ஏற்றலாம். அதாவது $1.
3.6 and $1.
3.6 and $1. 3.6 and $1. 2.2 million. Sorry. 3.7.
3.8. 3.9.
3.9 is the final bid. 3 point? Sanjay Rehan bid 3.9. Leela, go for it. Dakshin, what do you say? Please understand, I asked one team, that is Dhyanesh Lingam's team, if they are also participating. They have pulled out. And I think that's a smart move because they don't want to invest money unnecessarily. But right now, it is with Sanjay Rehan's team only with a bid of 3.9. English. It's actually Siddharth. English. All right, 3.9. First time. 4 million.
Because we have percentage 4.1.
4.
4.3. 4.5. 4.6. 4.6.
பிட் பண்ணி எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் சரியாக வரலன்னா அது அப்படியே லாஸ் ஆயிரும். அது ஞாபகம் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
அந்த அமௌண்ட்டு டிடெக்ட்
அவள் அப்படி எடுத்தாரு, மைனஸ் ஆயிரும். அதுதான் இவன் ஸ்மார்ட்டாக புல் அவுட் ஆகிட்டான். பட் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் இருக்குது, நல்லா பண்ணுவோன்ட்டு, அதனால் அவங்க பிட் பண்ணுறாங்க. கமான் காய்ஸ்.
4.8. 4.8. 5. So we're taking both. We can take 5.8.
Yeah, of course.
5.8. 5.8. 5.6. 5.7.
Stop. $5.72 conclusion. Give me the explanation. Come on. என்ன வாட்டா? ஆமாடா, நீ தானே வாங்கியிருக்க, சொல்லு. Yeah. The bid and auction is not complete since one team is very confident and very blistering in confidence, stating that we are going for 5.7. I'm curious to know what they have got stock. So based on their explanation, if they deserve, they will get 5.7 worth. If they don't deserve, then it will come to you. And even if you are not giving a proper explanation, you will incur 5.7 loss, he will also incur 5.7 loss. Okay, a team, Mitra, take the deed, the New York deed. Yeah, keep it with you. Keep it in the middle on the put the 2 dice on it. Yeah. So Sanjay Rehan's team from 2.2, they have been bidding with 5.7. The auction is not closed, but the banker is curious to know why they have put up. Hey, கிளாஸில் எந்த விதமான இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்டும் இல்லை, டீம் டாக்கில் எதுவும் பண்ண, இங்கே வந்து கால் ஆட்டிட்டு உட்காந்துருக்கேன். டிஸ்னிலேண்டா கவனிடாங்க. So the banker is very interested to know why have you been investing so much into that, and give me the proper explanation, and what are the explanation for the 5 points out of New York. Yeah.
Good evening. We are giving more importance to New York for it is a well-developed country. I will speak, sir. Sir, 7:30. 7:20. New York is a well-developed country, and the population also very slow. We can. It's a well-developed country. Population also well-developed city. And population also very less. We can give many job opportunities to the educated peoples, and we can people and we can give many donations to the people, and we can export and import many trade goods for, raw materials from there, and we can export it to other foreign countries. It may be connect a good relationship with other countries and cities. Yes.
Important, coming to you, Karun. Important export, giving more education, right?
Yes, sir.
Education, and they are attracted that New York, the city never sleeps. New York is called as the city never sleeps.
Never sleeps.
So the city never sleeps, and they are interested to give education. They are interested to do important export business. Yeah.
Yes, I think the New York City is developed city, while it has many things such as tourist places and attractive places for people who need to go for tourists, such as and the sports. We will develop sports also in that country. How we can conduct Olympics in that country. It is a city. It is a well-developed city, so that in that city poverty also very less. It also have less poverty, and it has many attractive things in that city. Yes, sir.
Okay, your excellent. Yeah.
We are creating more sports club, and we are giving prize to runners and winners, and we are creating sportsmen, men and women.
Very good, very good. So, a bonus of 5,000 rupees is given to Team Sanjay Rehan for the point that they have motivated Sai Saran to speak up. Good job. Now pass on the mic to Team Dakshin. Yes, sir. You have to tell. I mean, the bidding is hanging in bags.
Yes.
So you have to tell. So many incidents.
Sir, the reason கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு ஏதாச்சும் போனஸ் தெரியும் ஏன் இன்செக்ட்ஸில் உள்ள வருதுன்னு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்லாம் பண்ணி
லைட் ஆன்ல இருக்கு நீ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீ பேசு
ஓகே
இட் நெவர் ஸ்லீப்ஸ் பத்தி நான் பேசுறேன் நீ பேசுறது
Team Sanjay Rehan from Cincinnati.
इसमें नोट ஃபீல் பண்ண வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் அவங்க ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் படி பேசுகிறாங்க நம்ம வந்து ஒவ்வொரு பாயிண்டாக சொல்லுவோம் இங்கே பாருங்க பாவர்ட்டி டெரரிசம் அவங்க பேசவே இல்லை Yes, sir. Can we start, sir? Shall I, sir? So, greetings, everyone. Today, our team will be presenting about the set of reasons why we choose New York. So, first, we have split the presentation into 5 parts, which is poverty, terrorism, sports, interpersonal communication, business, and industries. So, first, we'll start from business and industries as we planned. So, we can start in any order.
Any order.
So, first.
They have explained their fullest cut-off explanation.
Yes, sir.
And since Saran was motivated to speak 5,000 has been
So, in recent studies, this is a fact, it has been shown that New York is the city where most of, which is the most expensive cities for foreign business diplomats to stay. Yes, no problem, sir. Yeah. So, it's the most expensive cities for foreign, business expats and diplomats to stay, which means that New York is the most visited city by foreign investments, and it's the most revenue generating city in case of foreign investments. And being from FDR, we think that we could, once we own New York, we can put our foreign investments into New York too, and we can take it to another level. And talking about business and industries again, we consider sports as an industry here, and we'll talk more about it in the upcoming slides. So first, New York is one of the most ancient cities in terms of sports. So the sports industry, we are considering sport as an industry as well here. We'll talk more about it later. So the sports industry also generates a lot of revenue, and there are like $5 to $6 billion sports clubs in New York, being the New York Knicks, which is an NBA team. Brooklyn Nets is an NBA team as well, which is from the Brooklyn borough of New York. New York Yankees is a baseball team, which is from the Queens borough of New York. So these are 3 of the very few billion-dollar sports clubs in the world, and there are many more in New York as well. The New York Jets are an incredibly expensive American football team. The New York Giants are an American football team. So we'll talk more about it in the upcoming structure of the presentation, which is called sports. But we're just letting you know that sports is also an industry where we can invest a lot and make a lot of money. And to continue on our first portfolio of business and industries, I'll hand over the mic to Mitra.
So good evening one and all present here. So my idea for promoting business and industries is, there are two ideas that I have. The first idea is, so we have a lot of schemes that our city has implemented, like what the presentation that we have prepared, the ideas that we have come up with have been very basic and taken from our own country, sir, because we would encourage more ideas to be taken from our country rather than from foreign countries. So we have taken basic principles from our country itself, sir. So our city has a lot of schemes which promote startup ideas. So more than getting involved in like IT companies, people nowadays, certain people are interested to be entrepreneurs and start up their own business ideas. They have come up with lot of enterprises and businesses, but unfortunately in some countries they do not have wealth to start up a business, because there are different types of business companies or the companies that you can build, but in certain countries and certain places or cities you don't have proper wealth to generate employment as well as to build an enterprise. So the basic thing for an entrepreneur is to build an enterprise and take over the enterprise. So to that we have certain schemes which there are three objectives. The first objective is to generate wealth for the entrepreneur so that he or she would be able to build up his or her own enterprise. The second thing is generate employment. Rather than having a building enterprise, there should be workforce which can use the machines and at the same time promote human resource. So the second thing is generate employment, and the third one is promote business. So that's basic.
New York is a place which has got mantles of businesses converted.
Yes, sir.
Why is there a dearth of need for developing business?
Sir, nowadays multinational corporation is getting increased too much, sir. So there are advantages as well as disadvantages. Advantage of multinational corporation is spurring job growth, sir. But at the same time, the implementation of a multinational corporation in a host country might lead to the downfall of local businesses, sir. So he or she can get to be involved in more small chain businesses by getting employment and at the same time wealth from the government, sir. So this is the basic principle of business growth in our country, sir.
Right. Now, Rahul, what is good job? Yeah, so far Darshan and Mitra have done a good job.
Good evening to all. We choose New York because Sir said New York is kind of city that never sleeps. And basically it's also a hard-working city. The city that never sleeps is also a hard-working city. That way we choose New York. I'm going to talk about poverty. Dakshan said business and industry in New York. By increasing business, many billionaires also investing real estate, like Bill Gates and Larry Ellison also invest in lands. And they also, Bill Gates also cultivate more crops. I mean, like companies like McDonald's and many more companies, many more food companies. And by increasing, many billionaires are trying to increase plantation by investing in real estates. So we can, by doing this, we can destroy poverty in New York. So next, Dakshin will talk about.
So one final remark about business and industry.
I thought of coming to this team and then coming back.
Okay, sir.
Because the team has been idle. But you people have been giving enough adequate information about your choice. Now we have got two things. The wire update to Now 5.7 million is actually around, and as I told that mechanism. So Team Sanjay Rehan will have to give democracy, Team Sanjay Rehan has to give justice for you and vice versa. But before that, I would like to ask Dhyanesh Lingam's team, specifically Dhyanesh Lingam has taken some notes, and what is the notes that he has taken, I want that to be known. Because it's very unfair. I've been giving bonus tokens for both the teams, but this team has to earn bonus token. So we'll come back. So Dakshin wanted to say a chunk of information. We'll come back to that. That's a beautiful watch, I'm telling you. Right, okay. Yeah.
Sir, first of all, we choose London, sir. First priority, sir, because London is a well-developed city, sir, and it have more technologies, and people there are no poverty, but some are poor. So we develop more industries to give. Yes, sir. So we develop some.
industry development என்ன? Can you give me a common explanation?
சார் ஒரு சொல்கிறது
இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அப்படின்னா தொழிற்சாலை. தமிழ் சொல்லிட்டு அப்படின்னா ஒரு தொழிற்சாலை சவுத் பார்ட்டில் வந்துட்டு ஒரு 15 நார்த் பார்ட்டில் ஒரு 15 கம்பெனிஸ், வெஸ்ட்டில் ஒரு 15, ஈஸ்ட்டில் ஒரு 15 சொல்லிட்டு 15. ஓகே, ஸோ இட் மேக்ஸ் அபவுட் 60 கம்பெனிஸ் உருவாக்குறதுக்கு 5 வருஷம். அப்போ நீ சொல்கிறது வந்து 5 வருஷமாக நீ அந்த ஸ்டேட்டில் வளர்க்குறேன்னு சொல்றியா?
அப்படி இல்லை சார், அங்கே ஃபுல்லாக ஒரு half of the city, sir. In the industry, I would pay more amount of salary for the workers, sir. So workers would pay more tax, sir. So the city would become yes, sir. And their part, they would not be. The money would be efficiently used, sir, for them. There would be no scarcity for money, sir.
Now let's hear from Janish Nigam, and then we are coming to the first justice conclusion as to who gets a deal of New York.
Sir, first of all, I am going to the improvement of sports, sir, because London is not that much sports, sir.
What's the biggest sport that is played in London?
Sir,
What sport on a major level?
sir, cricket, sir.
Cricket.
England.
Yeah.
Sir, first of all, I will bring many sports.
If you are not in conference while a presentation is going on, all your policies will be
First, I will bring training centers for every sports in every areas of London, sir. Then I will bring professional coaches for training for getting improvement in sports, sir. Then I will give importance to all sorts of sports in that country, sir.
nice. Very well done. Janish Lingam's explanation was so proper. All right. Team Sanjay, sir. What's your justice for Team Dakshin Siddharth about the explanation, sir?
Sir, having my own doubts. Questions.
Question.
Yes, sir. How will sir?
You know.
Sir, how will they improve interpersonal communication, sir? If somebody come from India, they know only Tamil. Somebody come from another country, Germany means they know German language only, no, sir. How will they improve interpersonal communication?
Enough question. Who is willing to answer? Me. Yeah. You answer. Okay, after that.
So actually our presentation is not fully complete. That was a segment of our presentation. So thank you for bringing it up. So interpersonal communication right now, it's I won't call it a major problem in the world because we have developed to such an extent where language cannot be a barrier between two people involving a transaction. We've got Google Translate, which absolutely works like a charm everywhere you go. Even in the United States, the reason why there is so much stress given to interpersonal communication is because most of the people in the United States their heritage belongs to different countries in the world. So they all belong to different cultures, and there is an intermingling of cultures in the United States. That's why a lot of languages are given importance, and a lot of schools stress upon some other languages too, like French. People learn French, people learn Spanish, people learn Japanese, people learn Arabic, and there are a lot of scope for interpersonal communication in the United States. And Google Translate was specifically coined and specifically brought into the world to avoid this particular thing called a language barrier. So that is one of our points.
Okay, right. I asked you the justice only, not questions. So you still asked a good question. So what is your opinion? 5.7 words in New York. Which hand is supposed to be owning? This team's hand or your team's hand?
Sir, I can ask another question.
I said justice. You deaf?
Sir.
You can say.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What question you want to ask?
So no, sir. New York is a well-developed and rich city. How are you going to protect it by terrorism? Maybe other countries will attack you. How?
Yeah, that's also part of it. That's also part of it.
You answer that question.
இல்லை நான் அது நீங்கள் பேசுகிறேன் என்ன
So yeah, I think if you
chance for us.
சார் ரெண்டு பேர் ஷேர் பண்ணி ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம் சார் ஐ ஆன்சர் ஃபாஸ்ட் So I would like to take another example. At the end of World War II in 1945, one of the biggest effects of World War II was nuclear proliferation. Many countries spent a lot of money in defense. So the same we are going to implement now. Rather than spending a lot in defense, we are going to have types with other companies, because manufacturing skills have developed in this modern era, and we have a lot of new manufacturing skills in both arms and ammunitions. There are a lot in everything like bombs and everything, nuclear proliferation. Everything has improved in this modern era. So we are going to go up with tie-ups and tie-ups with other countries and collaborate with other countries and other institutions like other organizations which are specifically good at manufacturing skills, so that we will be able to build our own weapons, that is arms and ammunitions. At the same time, we will be able to collaborate with other countries, and the rest of the answer will be answered by Lakshan.
So I'll not take much of your time. So everyone knows about the September 11 attacks that was carried out by Osama bin Laden in the Twin Towers in New York. Ever since that attack, the airport security system in New York, the airport security checks, they've skyrocketed. I mean, the safety level has skyrocketed, and that's why since that incident in 2001, there's been no more reported terrorist attacks. Most of the way in which people lose their lives is gun violence, which is within the state. It's not, we'll do something about it as well. But in case of terrorism, the United States has taken and specifically New York, because Pentagon was attacked in that attack as well, which is a military headquarters of the United States. So airport checking includes like some of the modern techniques that I've read are following a single file. Now that may seem very logical but every airport you've been to in India, are people really following a line system like to the maximum extent? But if you watch the security checking in New York and some other airports in the United States, if you do not travel in a single file, then there is a greater chance of you having to wait for a longer time, because they will not tolerate you breaking a single file or falling out of a line. And also every foreigner has to answer certain questions that is imposed by the authorities. They'll be taken to a separate room and they'll be inquired about the reason for their visit, and there's so much more. So ever since the 2001 attacks, security levels have skyrocketed. Yes.
Don't agree with that. Now, team 5.7 million bidding has been done, and put the junction on the board. Put the junction on the board.
Sir, one more thing, sir. We'd just like to thank them for allowing us to complete our presentation, because we already had this plan, so your questions brought it out. So thank you.
It was a nice session. I'm giving 2,000 and taking 3,000. Yeah.
Sir, ellame purunchu.
Team, yeah. So, what is your decision? which team will have to own? You. I'm just asking you as an audience. So justice, justice only. Team Darshan, can you explain? Can you explain why?
Sir, because they have given
Information. Data அதிகமாக இருக்கு இல்லையா? Examples in data அதிகமாக இருக்கு. Okay. Little high in terms of information. Right. Great. How many guys have been the Bible? Your decision about your democratic decision about the justice towards Team Sanjay Revan, which has raised the bid to 5.7, and right now they are leading the bid. But decision is going to be made on a democratic basis, and ultimately, one democratic information is from your side. What's your thinking about that? Next. So within that, I will ask them. Yours. Which 5.7 is the bidding that your team has done. So what is your common information?
Sir, they give many informations and within really they know the highly about New York and they can develop many job opportunities also. They are thinking about education also and they told many new informations. I'm agree on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
They have given their justice and about yours. About me. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you advantages.
Please.
It's very nice. You didn't hesitate to ask questions. That is about Tarun and Sanjay.
Thank you.
That's the advantage. Any other scope of improvement? Because we are going to get into the final decision and we are adjourning today and we will be tomorrow. Tomorrow is the morning class. Here, morning class. Right? So Darshan, I have asked your mom to arrange for an auto. Or she herself will come. Because morning we have Advaita has got art class in the evening. Aditya is not available in the evening.
Okay, so no problem.
From May onwards, things are going to be changed. So you will be coming direct while I have spoken to your mom. While Advaita and Aditya will be on. Okay. Right. Fine. Yes.
So firstly, I'd like to appreciate them, sir, because So firstly, they didn't hesitate to go big for me also, because apparently, information-wise, I think we had more information, but still that did not stop them from competing. They competed to their very best, and they brought out a lot of points which they could, and they really did a good job, and they focused more on developing an already developing city, which is great. So if you put more efforts on something which is already well polished, then because there's always a scope of improvement, and you wanted to develop the city even more. So I'd like to appreciate them for all the efforts that they. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Team Sanjay Revan, your points were very valid, and we were happy with your presentation, and you have made Sai Saran speak, so it was really appreciable. But unfortunately, we have two scopes of improvement. We are sorry to say that, because the first one is we actually expected to follow a structure. We have 5 criteria about which we are supposed to answer. We actually expected criteria, like if not from first to fifth, at least you must have mentioned about what criteria you are going to speak about. For example, we are going to give solutions for how to strike poverty, and then you could have started the presentation. And we expected that kind of structure, but unfortunately we were not able to meet up with that. And the second thing is, we feel that you did not contribute any points for 3 criteria, that is for poverty, terrorism and interpersonal communication. We feel that you mainly focused on solutions for promoting sports and promoting industries and businesses.
Right.
Yes, it's absolutely right. From next time we will look at it.
That's good. That's really good.
Yes, sir.
Bidding was very high and they were confident. Of course, they did the real fair part as you three mentioned, explanation, Varun mentioned the real good points. And import and export is a very valid point that Sanjay mentioned, and of course, stabilizing sports was also Sai sir mentioned. But bidding மேல இருந்த ஸ்பீட்ல இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இல்லை. That's the point. ஸோ அது ஒரு கேம் மாதிரி பண்ணிட்டு கேமை பற்றி புரிஞ்சுக்காம 2.1, 2.3, 2.4 நீ ரேஸ் பண்ணிகிட்டே போனேன். தட் வாஸ் இல்லாஜிக்கல் அண்ட் தட் வாஸ் ஃபன்னி. அது வந்து நீ மாற்றிக்கணும். ஆன் தேட் நோட் almost close and they are paying 5.7 million to get the deal.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Payment. 5 million and 0.7k is your loan.
அது உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கு.
ஆமாம் அது என்கிட்ட இருக்குது. பட் த பாயிண்ட் இஸ் ரிவார்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது. இந்த நியூயார்க்கோடைய டோட்டல் அமௌண்ட் வந்துட்டு 2.2 மில்லியன் வில் பி யுவர் ரிவார்ட்.
சார் அது கூட ஏதோ கொடுப்பேன் நீங்கள்.
அது கூட நான் வந்து
சார் நீங்கள் கேட்டீங்களா சார்?
5 மில்லியன் நீங்கள் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ மேபி 1 மில்லியன், 2 மில்லியன், 2.5 மில்லியன்
ஏதாவது சூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னீங்களா சார்? ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியில்
அதான் 2.2 மில்லியன், 2.5 மில்லியன் இஸ் இன் மை அக்கௌண்ட். அதில் வந்துட்டு 700k உங்கள் லோன் வந்துட்டு 700k கூட 1 மில்லியனாக லோன் இதாகிடுச்சு. ஸோ 2.5 மில்லியன் இப்போ 1.5 மில்லியன் லோன் அடைச்சது போக இருக்குது. How are you going to? Are you going to get it as cash, or would you like to get some deal?
Montreal.
Montreal வந்துட்டு 1.5 மில்லியனுக்கு வர லோன் என்னடா நான் சொன்னேன், இந்த அளவுக்கு நீங்கள் கேஷ் வாங்கிக்கலாம், இல்லை இந்த அளவுக்கு நீங்கள் இன்னும் டீல் வாங்கிக்கலாம்.
அந்த அளவுக்கு கேஷ் வந்து எவ்வளோ இருக்குது?
2 மில்லியன் இருக்குது. 1.5, 2 மில்லியன் நடுவில் இருக்குது. மேபி யூ ஆர் எலிஜிபிள் டு பை சே சம்வேர். இல்லை டோக்கியோ வாங்கலாம், பார்சலோனா வாங்கலாம், ஏத்தன்ஸ் வாங்கலாம்,
லண்டன்
கிவி வாங்கலாம். லண்டன் how much?
2.4.
ராஜா லோன் அடிச்சது போக இப்போ உங்ககிட்ட வந்துட்டு 1.8 மில்லியன் என்னமோ தான் இருக்குது. கூட இருக்கிற போனஸ் பாயிண்ட்டையும் நீ செலவு பண்ண முடியாது. ஏன்னா அது வெறும் 1000 ரூபா 5000 ரூபா அது வந்து அது வேற டாஸ்க் இருக்கு. போனஸ் எல்லாத்துக்கும் வேற டாஸ்க் இருக்கு. அது ஆயிரங்கள்ல அவர் இந்தியன் கரன்சியில் இருக்கு.
ஓகே வாங்கலாமா?
ஒரு போன அது எடுத்துருக்காரு.
டொரண்டோ
Yeah, decided to continue the shoes.
ஓகே சார். டொரண்டோ வாங்கலாம்.
டொரண்டோ எவ்வளோ?
1.6. வாங்கிக்கலாம் 1.6 ஆகும்.
It's a rush. You have to go so quickly. Okay, that's
okay.
Montreal. I mean, sorry, Tokyo.
No, sir. We'll get the cash.
Sure, we will get the cash. Okay, fine. So, நீ எழுதிக்கோ. 2 million.
2 million. வர மாட்டீங்களா?
சரி, நாளைக்கு வந்து இத்ராவும் லட்சணம் தான் வந்துருக்கு. Okay, right. Fine. So, we will stop over here. And as of now, Team Darshan Siddharth has won New York, and they have also got another deal, and the deal is in the deal. So, cash for cash. Say bye to everybody.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Sai Saran, Sai Sanjay. Okay, Yash.
மொபைல் இருக்குல்ல
யூஸ் பண்ணவே நம்ம பேக்கெட் நிறைய தான் இருக்கு நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணுறா ஆமாம் இந்த நோட் இருக்கு
இருக்கீங்க ஐடி ஐடி சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க
Alright, so we are coming to the close of today's session, and the team Sanjay Rehan, they are saving their money. That is, they have their money intact. There is no loss, but unfortunately they lost the auction to Team Dakshin Siddharth. But still, the game is just fuming up. Tomorrow there will be a little change. Rahul is not here tomorrow. Yanesh Lingam is not here tomorrow. But we have one more addition, Aditya Dhinagaran. So Aditya Dhinagaran will be put into Akshit's team instead of Yanesh, and we'll continue this. So team Sanjay Rehan will remain intact. Akshit will have a new person joining in, and you both will have to manage alone without Rahul. Rahul's next class will be on Friday. Am I right, Rahul? Yes. Based on. That's the close of MS evening session today, and we will be continuing tomorrow morning by 10:30. Expect great things of this company. Thank you.
Thank you.